of CEOs agree AI automation improves efficiency. To use and sell next-generation AI tools, join this global AI giant. Register for free at www.coolzone.ai. Synergy of connections with OConnect, where collaboration blends with harmony for effortless networking. Get your 14-day free trial of OConnect. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai.
Hello, everybody. It's the 12th of March. Yes, it is. Yes, we're getting into springtime. It's going to be 60 degrees here. No, it's not Florida, but I'll take it because they have bugs in Florida and I don't want that. I'd rather take a little cooler weather. Anyway, once again, thank you everybody for being here. Yesterday, I did make a video about OMail, and it's free for anybody, any of the founders to use it if you want. It does not have my link in it. It has none of my information. You can use that, and it says at the end of the video, if you'd like to have free OMail, comment below, so you can post it anywhere you want. If you want to use it, it's something I threw together, see if people want to have it. It's not a big deal. Next, as you know, tomorrow we are not doing 360. We're going to have it Thursday. In fact, it's for the next 3 weeks. But let me make an adjustment. Next Thursday and Wednesday, there probably won't be any 360 next week because Chris is going deep sea fishing for shark. Yeah, you heard it right. Shark. So anyway, he won't be here, and we don't like to have it if we're not here, unless, of course, Mr. Mufara wants to have it, and we'll see what happens. But right now, it will be on Thursday this week, skip a week, and it'll be on Thursday again. And one of the students raises in his hand. Go ahead, Christopher.
Yes, and you and Red have my permission to go on. If Ash wants to do it, I don't need to be there. I'll be there in spirit. So have at it. I don't want to stop progress.
No. If he wants to have it, we'll have it, no doubt. But it will be on Thursday, unless Ash wants to have it on Wednesday, of course. But tomorrow, the reason I'm not is I have a person coming here to chat with the family and Jaden. So it was already scheduled, and that's something you don't want to change because we won't get them to come back again for a month. So that's happening tomorrow afternoon. So I didn't want to mess with 360 and not be able to get off in time. Anyway, a howdy to everybody that's here. We have about 260 people already, which is pretty nice. As you know, on Sundays, we do share the QR code. I'm making another QR code now for a different batch of people. So next week will be a new batch. Then I'll rotate the QR codes. So that way everybody gets a chance to get some clicks. I did want to give you an update. Give me 1 second. Chris, you can jibber jabber about something if you want. Let me go look for something.
Real quick, today's Bill Musk big day where he's getting a full body scan to figure out what's going on with him. Say some prayers. We had a few people that passed away in our family here. Condolences to them. And pray for everyone that's going on. Listen, if you got something going on with you, shoot me a message or prayers. That's all. Anyone that's asking for prayers, you get them every day. That is a thing that I love to do, and it's something I love that we do it in passive. It's one of my favorite things, actually, when we all get together and pray like that. That's pretty cool. Not many places in this world can you get massive people with different beliefs or religions praying together. That's a pretty cool thing. So you let me know when you're ready, Dick Garmo.
I'm back. About from the last QR code. Now this is just what we had it once a week. Last week I had it a couple days, but over 220 scams. Not bad for something that's just floating around. I want to wish a happy birthday to Frank Fields. Frank has been dedicated to Unpassive ever since I can remember. I don't know if he's in before me. Great guy. but he's always been there, very quiet, behind the scenes type of guy. But people behind the scenes, to me, some of them are the most powerful people in the company. It's just the way I see it. Because we have a bigger platform doesn't mean that you're thought of any different. For sure, I mean that. Ash said something one day, and I loved it. You said, "I don't care how big your team is. I care how big your heart is." Right? I added that part, but that's what he meant. But really, I mean, he's looking for people that are dedicated and can and go the long haul. So, and a lot of you are that way, and I really appreciate it. What was the other thing? Oh, when a lot of people get concerned over, I can't do this, I can't do that, and I know people have this anxiety about being left behind. If you're watching this, or you share it with somebody and they watch what we're doing, nobody's going to be left behind. Nothing. I mean, I even had people call me and say, "Oh, look, I was in the hospital. What did I miss?" Well, you missed some updates, but I'm going to tell you the quickest way to get caught up. The quickest way is, yeah, you could go to the lives, but if you go to the back office and you look at the written updates for the uh, 360 when Ash is here, or if he's on Friday or whatever, the updates there, you can go through 3 or 4 updates and you're caught up. You're caught up. Now, there's other parts of this. I've had people ask me, how many more extensions are we going to get? Let me try to cover that again. And I want to apologize first because sometimes when I'm covering some of these repetitive questions, I get loud, and I don't want to get loud. I mean that. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Everybody's in a different part of this journey, and I want to take the time to say things because I don't know what's going on in your life, so it's not fair that I, get upset. I'm not really upset. I just don't want anybody to miss out. I really don't. But what I want to say is the system was set up, remember, that everybody wins. Now, it sounds like, shouldn't that be the way it is? Shouldn't the company set up that everybody that's in it, everybody kind of wins? I want the company to win because if they're winning, they'll be in business longer. So definitely I want them to win, but they want to share the winnings without sharing the heartache. They're not sharing the heartache. Thank God. Now, what I mean by that is if they have a problem, I'm going to name a couple. Forget what the money value is, it's a lot. But just say a problem with the merchants. Things didn't work out quite like they planned. Now, when that happens, things get froze up. So they hold money. It doesn't make it right. It sounds crazy, but I've had it happen to me, little bitty me, when one day with one of the pay processors, something happened and they froze my account for 6 months. Okay. Why? Why did it get away with it? I don't know. And come to find out, I didn't do anything. So they unfroze it, but I never used them again because of that. Maybe one time I think I sent money through them because the person that was accepting it could only take it that company. I'm not mentioning any names. I don't want to do that. But his main ambition when he built Unpassive, I want to remind people. And if you, there is one thing you could go to my YouTube channel, and at the bottom, not quite at the bottom, and about the middle, it keeps showing random videos. A lot of those videos are outtakes of what Ask Me Farah has said in the last 2 or 3 years, and they're like the journey. Uh, just look at them; they're really powerful, and they're not that long and very powerful stuff. But to put it in a nutshell, Ash's plan, the best I can explain it, I'm not Ash, so I'll do the best I can, is a few years ago when he got into online, whatever, 20 years ago, whatever it was, he's an IT expert. He was a master distributor, so he mastered being a distributor. He would go into a company and build his own little system. I know what that means because we did it. Myself, like it did. You build a system, you start branding, and you go for it. Yes, you use some of the company's things, but when you're marketing, you want to build your little system. You get used to how it works. I had to buy apps. I had to get bridges. I'll give you an example. When I did ads on Facebook, they're called, um, they're paid ads. What happens is you do the ad and it gives you a name and an email. Now they have to opt in. It's a double opt in. The problem is you got to go get the name and the email. I said, man, I don't want to do that. How about if somebody clicks on my ad at 3 o'clock in the morning in France? I may not see it for 6 or 7 hours. You don't want to waste any time. So I shopped around. Is there a app where I can bridge and take those people from Facebook, name and email, and put them into Aweber? And yes, there was. Cost money. And then you got to set it up. So I set all that up. And the more people you get, the higher they charge you. So now the money's going up. Now, these people come in, they come look at what you're doing, doesn't mean they're going to buy. That's a different animal altogether. So once they get in, now you got to start drip feeding them. You're dripping a little bit, not too much, a little bit of information, and you got to remind them where they were. You got to tell them where they are, and you got to tell them what they're looking at. So you clicked on an ad in Facebook. This is an email I'm sending you. This is some information about it. Boom. Next email. I sent you an email 3 days ago. Here's what it covered. This is what this is covering. So you're telling a story. Now that's the work. That's what it takes. That's just a little bit what it takes to market. That's marketing, getting leads, and it's a lot of work. And you could do this for 3 months and not make any profit. But yet you're paying. You're paying for all the stuff to happen. Okay. So this made me think. Now, I didn't know I had to do all this when I got in 20 years ago. I thought I'd get in, I listen to the guy, the woman, tell me what to do. They're a guru. They know I'm going to do it and I'm going to win. Wrong answer. That does not happen. It doesn't happen with anybody. You follow somebody, they make a little bit of money, you make zip. In fact, in most cases, you lose money. Why? Because you're on an auto ship. So they're charging you monthly to use the products that you're trying to sell so you can make a profit. But you don't know how because you ran out of friends and family and you don't have a list. Well, they tell you just call people you knew from high school. What? So I call Bobby Bo and I say, hey, Bobby Bo, you remember we went to school 25 years ago? I got something I want you to look at. Click. I got something I want you to look at, he says. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Or they'll say, hey, you can get solo ads. Oh, really? Yeah, you can get 200 clicks for $150, almost $1 a click. Oh, really? So I go do it. What do I get? One opt-in. I don't even know who it is. They never do any more than that. There goes another $150. So anyway, to get it right, you have to learn how to market. It's a lot of work. So now, when you get to that stage, this is me. Now, Ash is a much bigger scale. He was a master distributor. When you get to that level, now what do you got to do? You start getting people in. It's working because you're going through a lot of names. But I had 80 now autoresponders. It ran for 3 months unless somebody opted out. And you say, well, why would you do that? Because you have to slowly drip. If you pardon my vocabulary, if you throw up on somebody, they're not going to get it. If you throw too much at them, it turns them off. So, needless to say, it worked. But then reality set in. I said, who the freak has time to do what I just did to start building a list and making money? Zero or 1 or 2%. Okay, now all the friends and family that I invited in, can I bring them with me? No, it's a freaking lie. Do I tell them I can? I did. because I was naive and I thought, well, I could build a list and I'll just show them what I did. Come on. They got, I was on disability. I had the time. You got people working, they're single mom, single dad. They got one or two jobs. Take Chris Johnson, who works 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's people doing that daily. They don't have time for this crap. Okay, now I want you to think of that, but a much bigger scale of an IT guy like Ash Mufareh, who got into the online business and said, I'm going to master this. And by golly, he did. He would get in, he would ask the questions, what is the pay plan? How much can you make? They always told him there's a limit. He thought that was weird. Why would there be a limit on me, but not you, the company? I want you to make a lot of money, company, but why should I have a limit? It did. They always do. So he gets in and masters it and does very, very well. There was one company he's got the record in bringing people in 1 week. I don't know what it is, over 200 and something. Crazy, crazy number. And if you know about marketing, that's a big number. I don't care what anybody tells you. Opted in is one thing, but people paying, that's woo, that's up there. Okay, so he does all that. What happened? You guys all know Mr. Mufareh, and I mean people that really know him that are in on passive. I'm not talking about the crazy people out there that just hate everybody that walks. You know him. So what did he want? Oh, I want to bring people with me. That's what he did. So you know what he did? This is fact. This is something that people don't talk about. Ash made a system for himself. Then he made a system for other people. And he gave them the system. You use this and you have a chance. Not perfect because the company is kind of rigged against you, but if you use this, you could win. And he built it with his own money and he gave it to people to use. He did not charge them. And you know what happened? Very few people used it. That's sad, but that's fact. And when the company died, whatever one it was, they didn't all die, but when they died, they all went, whose fault is it? Oh, the only person I see out in the open is Ashley Parra. Must be him. Then they went after the